Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Space Between. My name is Zach Eichels, and I'll be your host for today. Thanks for joining us. Today, we're joined by...
I am Dina Ryder Hicks. I'm the Government Affairs Manager with Waste Management here in Brevard County.
Thank you so much for joining us, Dina. We really appreciate it. So first question, who is Waste Management? What does the company do exactly?
Sure, absolutely. Well, Waste Management is North America's largest environmental services company. We service over 20 million customers throughout North America, including municipal, residential, industrial, and commercial customers. And we are a Fortune 250 company, and we have about 50,000 employees throughout the world, actually. And locally here in Brevard County, we have about 350 employees, and we are the company primarily known for servicing solid waste and recycling collection services at residential services. But we do so much more. And one of the other facilities we have here in Brevard County is our recycling facility, where recycling is processed and sent to customers for processing to turn into other products.
Very cool. So, yeah, the gist of this episode was really to talk about Waste Management's involvement with the county's recycling. Because I'm sure some viewers are wondering, well, doesn't the city use Waste Pro? And that's true, but Waste Management plays a very important role in the county's recycling, as does the city's. And so I guess more into that question, how is Waste Management involved with recycling in Brevard County?
Absolutely. So Waste Pro is a competitor of ours when it comes to solid waste and recycling collection services with our residential and municipal customers, but they're also a customer of ours. Cape Canaveral's recycling is processed at our facility, which is located in Cocoa. So even though we're competitors, Waste Pro is a customer of ours. They bring the city's recycling to our facility in Cocoa, which is known in the industry as a MRF, or a material recycling facility.
That's a fun word, MRF. Can you give us a little more background about the overall state of recycling and how it kind of works as a market?
Absolutely. There has been some significant changes in recycling really since 2018. I mean, Waste Management was the company that pioneered recycling. Back in the 1970s is when we really started full force in single stream recycling. Since that time, it's really evolved from the old tri and dual stream systems really into the single stream recycling system that we see today. Now, I say that it's really changed drastically since 2018 because there have been some significant global changes. Governments throughout the world really started demanding more quality products coming into their countries that were going to the mills for processing. China was the impetus that really started the significant changes that we see today. Other countries immediately followed suit. And as a result of that, really within the industry, we've seen a significant change in technology that is used to actually process the materials, really globally, not just here with Waste Management's facility, but really globally. And as a result of that, we've really made some significant investment in the technology that is used in our MRFs to make sure that we are able to recycle more materials.
Very cool. So can you tell us a little bit more about the MRF that you operate and the recent upgrades that it went through?
Sure, absolutely. So our facility is located at 650 Townsend Road here in Cocoa, right off of Route 520. And really, that facility came online in 2014. So it got to the point where that facility, obviously the equipment in it is 10 years old. And there have been some significant technological changes that have come with result of equipment that allows us and any processing facility to really recycle more. Over the summer, we essentially removed 90% of the equipment that is in that facility and upgraded all of it. We made an $18 million investment in that facility, and now it is one of the most state-of-the-art facilities really in the country. It has a significant upgrade, and that is actually allowing us to process even more material than we currently had done previously.
Wow. Can you briefly take us through a simple list of things that should be recycled in one's curbside bin?
Absolutely. The simplest way to remember it is if you are recycling plastic bottles and tubs, cardboard, paper, metal cans, and aluminum cans, you're doing it right. Those simple things, if you remember those things, you're doing it correctly.
Okay, and they have to be clean, right?
Not squeaky clean, but yes, any food residue. Food is one of the largest contaminants. Food residue absolutely should be removed. So remove food, make sure they're clean and dry, put them loose in your recycling cart, and you're doing it right.
Cool. Can you briefly take us through a simple list of things that shouldn't be recycled in one's curbside bin?
Number one, hands down, plastic bags.
Plastic bags.
Absolutely. No plastic bags whatsoever. No bags at all, unless they are paper bags and they're flattened and you're recycling them. One of the biggest misconceptions is that residents think they're doing us a favor by putting things in a plastic bag. Absolutely not. Plastic bags should go to facilities that can accept those plastic bags. There are facilities set up and kiosks set up at Walmart, Kohl's, Publix, Target, a couple of other places.
The big box stores.
Absolutely. That's where those plastic bags should go. Also, tanglers, what we call in the industry is tanglers. Those are extension cords, electrical cords, anything with regards to hangers, clothing hangers should not go into your recycling. Food of any kind should not go into your recycling.
Okay. Do you have any crazy stories about things that you have found at the MRF that maybe shouldn't be at the MRF?
Absolutely. I think one of the most, I actually have two stories. One is one of the most shocking and concerning things, and another is a very cute thing. So one of the most shocking things is a few years ago on the pre-sort line, which is the initial line on the conveyor belt where the material comes in when it first comes into the MRF where it goes for processing. There was a grenade on that pre-sort line. Now, as you can imagine, immediately we shut down the pre-sort line, immediately evacuate the building. We immediately call the Brevard County Sheriff's Office. They come out, building is evacuated. They were even actually looking at evacuating the surrounding areas, brought in the bomb squad, looked at this grenade that was sitting there on its pre-sort line. Turns out it was actually a World War II replica grenade. It wasn't real, but to us, it absolutely looked real.
Sure.
And even to the officials that were analyzing this material. So that was one of the more shocking and surprising things. One of the cutest things, though, is we're not quite sure how the little guy made it, but we had a kitten on our pre-sort line, a live kitten on our pre-sort line. Immediately, same process. We shut down the conveyor belt, didn't evacuate the building, but rather immediately got this kitten, and the kitten was perfectly fine. And one of our employees actually adopted that kitten.
Oh, that's a nice story.
That's a tough kitten, though, to be able to make it through. From the time that it was emptied into the truck, made it through the truck and the travel to the MRF, made it onto the tipping floor, made it onto the pre-sort line conveyor belt, and somehow got up there. That was one tough kitten.
Wow, those are amazing stories. So definitely please don't recycle weapons or kittens.
Or kittens.
Yes. So what is the most important thing you would like to stress to viewers that they can do to help improve recycling at the MRF?
Absolutely. I think one of the key things that I think is helpful for people to remember is please do not put plastic bags into your recycling cart. Hands down, across the country, that is still the number one contaminant. Plastic bags do not belong in your single stream recycling cart. They should go to those facilities, those big box stores that we had discussed earlier. Mm-hmm. They should go to those facilities where they are taken to facilities that can process plastic bags. I think hands down that would be number one.
Okay. And then the final question, what should people do to learn more about recycling if they want to go somewhere?
There are a couple of resources. They could go to wm.com/recycleright. Recycle Right has a load of resources for residents, for businesses, for customers of all sizes to really give them insight into what is and isn't recyclable, what they can do to make even their households or businesses more sustainable. And we have an entire K through 12 curriculum on that website as well. Yes, a lot of teachers will use it to teach their students recycling, because a lot of times we find that the students will learn it in class. They will go home and teach the parents.
Right.
So there are great resources on there. Locally here for Brevard County, the Brevard County Solid Waste website, Brevard County Government Solid Waste website, actually has a step-by-step guide specifically for Brevard County residents about what is and isn't recycling. We worked with Brevard County to put this piece together. It's actually a recycle by room platform.
Oh.
So you can actually look at each room that would typically be in a house, and that guide will show you what is recyclable from your kitchen, what is recyclable from your bathroom, and so forth throughout the house. So it's really an excellent resource that is designed to make it very simple and very quick for residents to find the information they need.
That's awesome. Those are amazing resources. Thank you. Well, Dina, we really appreciate your time on this very rainy day in Cape Canaveral.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming out and helping to educate people about recycling. It's really important. With that, everybody, we'll see you next time for another episode of The Space Between.